Yes, yes, it's going down. DJ Skee, T.I. live in the building. So I was looking at your schedule. You're out here for a couple days.
Yeah.
And you've had like 300 interviews. You're about to head. You're about to head to Detroit to shoot a music video. You were in the studio till like 3 a.m. last night. I heard you, right? You just got your new single out with Big Crit. And another one with Pharrell.
Yeah.
And stuff. And you got a new album that might be coming out next year and stuff. What sound are you going to go for this time around?
Urban, gangster stadium shit.
Gangster stadium shit.
Yeah.
That's ill. That's a good way to put it down. And then where you headed off to? You headed off to Detroit after this?
Yeah, I'm going to shoot a video with Kid Rock and Tina McBride.
What record are you guys going to be shooting that video for?
It's called Care.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it like working with Kid Rock? Because you kind of, in terms of artists and stuff, you've been doing stuff. You did stuff with Kid Rock. You just came out with Taylor Swift too, right?
Yeah.
In her show. What's it like? These are some mainstream names. Like this is as big as it gets in country, in rock, and now hip hop. What's it like combining all these different sounds and stuff together?
It's a pleasure and an honor, you know, just to even be considered by someone in a completely different genre, and who clearly dominates their lane.
Crazy.
And to be acknowledged and you know, even thought of.
You just wrote this book that dropped in stores called Power and Beauty, and a lot of people, when they heard you were writing a book, thought it was like going to be an autobiography, especially it'd be a very interesting story, but it's not. It's a fiction. What made you want to write a fictional story?
I mean, I think you just said it. Everyone's going to expect for me to write an autobiography, so I just wanted to make sure I kept them off balance just a little bit.
When did you come up with the idea for the book?
The beginning of 2010, David Ritz, which was my collaborator, he and I sat down and began picking each other's brains.
So what made you want to do that instead of saying making a movie off of it? Because you've done movies before, and it seems like it almost would be easier for you to go.
Movies take longer.
Do they?
And they take longer, and you have to have more funding. You have to, you know, it takes...
a little bit of money, right?
Involve more people.
Obviously, being locked up, you had a lot of time in your hands. What are you a big bookworm or
a bookworm? I wouldn't say that. I did read a lot while I was there. You know,
what are some of your favorite books?
Coldest One Ever, hands down, is my favorite book.
I heard one of the first things you did when you got out was having a big brunch.
Yeah.
At your house. I heard you spent like $100,000 on this brunch. So how do you spend? My question was, it kind of made sense after I thought about it, but how do you spend $100,000 on like food and all that stuff? Was the food that bad in prison where you needed to?
Absolutely.
What was the first thing you ate when you got out?
It's pussy.
What was the first food restaurant that you went to?
Ruth's Chris.
Ruth's Chris? All right. Are you still motivated by music? Now you're an author, you've done movies, you've done all this.
Sure.
Are you still motivated? What gives you that still motivation? Because a lot of artists, especially, you know, they come out with debut albums, and it seems like you've had all these reasons to kind of come back now and be motivated with music, with what's gone on in your life. But how do you still keep it up?
I want to win.
What's going on with Grand Hustle then? You got B.O.B.
Yep,
who's been killing it, right?
Very proud of his work and what he's grown into.
Even when people look at the history of the label, I don't think you guys get enough credit for what's been done and the hits that you guys and the run that you've had in hip hop.
That's all, G. You know what I'm saying? My credit's in my pocket.
That's real. And what are you listening to right now? I noticed you got Crit that produced the first single for you and stuff. What are you listening to right now?
I like Big Sean.
Shout out to the homies,
yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see and hear what artists like 2 Chainz and Future, what they do.
They have some big records, especially in Atlanta.
Right. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. I like the records that I've heard. I like them. So now I just got to pay attention and see where they go from here.
So what do you listen to now? Like, what do you listen to on a plane, on a long flight, or if you're driving around? Are you listening to mixes of your work, new artists, classic stuff?
Mostly mixes of my work and, you know, other artists. My daughter's group, OMG, Watch the Throne.
Yeah.
Love the Watch the Throne album.
What do you think of the, you know, where hip-hop kind of is? Because if you listen to Watch the Throne, there's like a lot of dubstep and different influences and stuff in some of the records.
I try not to get caught up in the classification.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just listen to it, and either it's jamming or it's not.
I know are you a big sports fan, Tip?
Yeah.
All right, so who are you pulling for in the NFL this year?
Man, you know,
the Falcons,
I'm a Falcons. I'm a Falcons fan.
They look so good at the start of the year, too, man.
I'm a Falcons fan.
You think they could pull it out?
Questionable. But I'm gonna represent either way. You know what I'm saying?
And are you a big Vic fan?
I am.
So, not your year in the NFL, right?
Well,
you think Philly could come back?
They may be able to turn it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Do you think we're gonna have an NBA season this year, or do you think it's gone?
Man, I mean nobody's budging. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's budging. They aren't having any positive negotiations. Yeah. So it's hard to say.
If there was a season, who do you think would have a good year?
Miami.
Miami's real. CI in the building. Thank you for sitting with us. Make sure you buy Power in Beauty, the book, in stores now. This is DJ Skee. We out of here.
Skee TV.